Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the next part of the PU Road to Top 10. Thank you everybody for all the support on the previous episode. Honestly, leaving likes and comments really does help my channel out, and I'm glad that you leave them if you do enjoy. Anyway, we had a lot of suggestions, and I'm happy that this team that the Jolly Bear Tick build was, was able to fit a few of them. We definitely got a bunch of Mudsdale, and I did see in the Violet Roselia in the comments, so yeah, I'm pretty excited to get back to recording some Showdown Lives. Also, I was just at A-Drive's house for the weekend. We were streaming the WBE, and we did some Slack Off Community. That was my first time playing Pokemon Go in forever. It was actually a lot of fun. I beat him in a shiny race, which was, you know, pretty ironic. But yeah, let's get right into team preview. Thank you everybody for all the support. So we are starting off our team with the Violet Roselia. It is our Toxic Spike setter. It has Natural Cure, so it can actually absorb status for the team, switching in and out. Reliable Recovery in Synthesis, and of course Dual Stab in Sludge Bomb and Giga Drain. Within a Violet, this Pokemon is really bulky on the special side, and actually has a respectable, really respectable base 100 special attack stat. The Spadef investment allows us to actually take weaker Ice Beams as well as most hits from water and electric types. The speed is, I believe, for Pokemon like Jellicent and around that mark, so we can get off Giga Drains and whatnot. This team actually does revolve around T-Spikes a lot. So we have a spin blocker for Rapid Spin in the tier. We are running Jellicent. This is also a water immunity for the team. We have Taunt, so it could be a pseudo stall breaker with Taunt plus Toxic. Recover for reliable recovery, and Scald is obviously there to burn my opponent. It's a great fighting type switching for the tier, especially when Pokemon like Primeape are running around. They cannot touch Jellicent. So Mudsdale is our stealth rocker for the team. A really intricate EV spread here, and I really wish I knew what these spreads do, but I'm just, you know, going off of what I actually know about the Pokemon. But giving us a ground type, so an electric immunity. Stamina is such a great ability as well, because you hit me once with any attack, I get a defense raise for free. I know the Spadef is there for Pokemon like Manectric, so it helps us take 2 hits from that. And yeah, Stealth Rock, Toxic for bulky waters. And, you know, we have Edge Quake or Slide Quake, whatever you want to call it, for good coverage. Kangaskhan also takes advantage of the T-Spikes, loves getting a little bit of chip on your opponent with Fake Out plus T-Spikes. With Silk Scarf, we are boosting our Fake Out and our Double Edge. Scrappy allows us to hit Ghost types as well with our normal type and, well, fighting type attacks too, but we don't have that. Earthquake is there for Pokemon like Regirock and Steel types, and then Sucker Punch is priority for Ghost types. Adamant, Max Attack, Max Speed. Hitmonchan provides us with Rapid Spin support for the team. It's also a nice sponge for Dark types as well, being a resistance to them. And of course, we do have an Assault Vest, so we can take some weaker special attacks. Drain Punch for reliable recovery, buffed by Iron Fist, of course, Mach Punch for our priority, and Ice Punch as well. And then we have Rapid Spin, of course, because that is the role that Hitmonchan does play. And then Mesprit is here, and Mesprit's main job is to abuse those T-Spikes and sub-Calm Mind up. Weaken your opponent with them T-Spikes, sub to avoid status, Calm Mind, and then we have Psyshock plus Ice Beam for some pretty decent coverage in the tier. Missing on a few Pokemon, like Alolan Sandslash comes to mind, but the team does really deal with that Pokemon, if I do say so myself. But as a team for today's episode, let us get right into the battles. Alright guys, so we have our first game. Love my opponent's team. Looks like their defogger is Silvally, Fairy, I guess, because I mean, they have Mesprit as fighting type checks, but they are pretty weak to fighting, if I do say so myself. Now, Mesprit's really good versus me, but Roselia does tank 1 hit, and I honestly want to go about the T-Spike route. I know that Hitmonchan is going to be really useful in this game, too. Not only spinning, but checking Aggron, checking Lantern, and checking the Alolan Persian. Hey, fun. Subcon Mind Mesprit is definitely a win con, but I got to get rid of Aggron. Otherwise, it kind of beats a lot of my opponent's team. Their own Roselia, excuse me, their own Mesprit is definitely a problem, though. But yeah, let's go the Roselia route. See how this ends up going. They lead off for Girder. I don't mind tanking potential. Well, this is going to be a problem, this Pokemon. Like, I was hoping they'd have it in the back, but I don't mind tanking a potential knockoff or poison move. While Roselia is useful for dealing with Lantern, Lantern is pretty weak unless they're like Specs Lantern, so I do value that T-Spike a lot in this game. Now, I can still switch into Lantern once, which is pretty cool. We'll make the Mudsdale play, just because I think that Mudsdale actually will beat Bulk Up Girder, if I'm not mistaken, just based on stamina alone. Of course, I could be wrong here, but this should give me a Toxic or even Rocks as well. I'll go for Rock. Actually, if they go Mesprit, I definitely want a Toxic on them. Now, they do have Heal Bell support on Lantern, but I definitely want a Toxic on that. And also, if they opt to stay in with Girder and try and bulk up in my face, yeah. Toxic is the worst move in the game, honestly. One of the worst moves in the game. I don't switch in very well to this Pokemon at all. I'm going to try to Toxic again. I don't like... Dude, seriously? Hey, switch back out, you switch back here in Girder. I don't care for rocks in this game. I want to damage this Mesprit. I know that my sub Calm Mind Mesprit can win if I get a little bit of chip off on this thing. Ends up going Aggron. I guess he expected my own Mesprit to come out. We're going to click Earthquake in your face right now. You're obviously going to switch, but I'm going to click Earthquake as well. Like, I'm a little bit tough. Like, I could have Toxic again there. Now, that might be Scarf Mesprit, I want to say. We're going to make the Jellicent play in case it is Scarf Mesprit. And it opts to go for Ice Beam or anything there. Now, the cool thing about this is I should just be able to recover and not care. Now, we don't know if this Mesprit is Scarf or actually Rocks just yet. But Aggron ends up coming immediately out on my Jellicent. Okay, I know I'll live one Head Smash for sure. At least one. And he opts to bring it out just to get up Rocks there. I don't get a burn, unfortunately, on Aggron, but I tank that. And I guess to be fair, I'm probably not going to get up Rocks in this game, especially because Aggron does run Taunt. I'm surprised they gave me that damage on them, though. I'm really surprised. Unfortunately, my Mudsdale is going to basically die here. Probably a low kick or something like that. But Jellicent alive can still beat Girder, even if it does have the Toxic. And this allows me to just bring out Kangaskhan. And we're going to make the safe fake out play first. I'm not going to go right for Earthquake. I guess he could Healing Wish with Mesprit as an option. I really wish I hit that Toxic because I get some nice residual. But I'm going to do that into Double Edge here, as I'm not going to take much recoil anyway. Him giving me Aggron makes it really nice. Silvally Ghost comes out. That's nice because my Double Edge is going to absolutely devour that Silvally right there because of my ability. And I can just go for Sucker Punch. If he Parting Shots, no big deal. If he defogs, he dies to Poison. And I still have my Toxic Jellicent as well as a few other options. And he just basically gave me his Aggron for free. So we'll go for Sucker Punch here. He does go for the Parting Shot. That's fine. That is going to die if it tries and comes in once on a double at all. Obviously, Girder is still a problem. And Psychic is definitely a problem too. But Jellicent should be able to eat every hit anyway. And if he wants to Healing Wish the mess already, I'm fine with that too. I guess U-Turn could also be a play. I'll tank those. Luckily, he's not getting Spadef drops on me. That's very, very important. 13. If he does get a Spadef drop, I'm probably going to have to open up. Or I'm going to have to go Mesprit. But the good thing about my Mesprit is that Silvally Ghost can't pivot really much. Obviously, Parting Shot does go through sub, but it can't come in like on a free switch because it will die to Poison. So I have some outs here, right? It's not looking the best, but it's not looking terrible. And even if he wants a Spin Block on me, for instance, he's going to lose his Pokemon when he does that Spin Block. Of course, this is the situation I don't like, having this Beast in versus me. Man, I still do like Roselia, but I think Jellicent can 1v1 Lantern is still useful just in case he does end up defogging. And obviously being that pivot into Mesprit is a big thing for me too. Best case for me, he actually ends up going for Taunt over like Heavy Slam or misses Head Smash. That'd be too much to ask for. Alright, bring out the GOAT now. Ice Punch here. The cool thing about this is obviously I'll get the KO on Aggron. I'll do a little bit of chip on Mesprit too. And beautiful. So now he can't even Spin Block on me. So I'll be able to get rid of the rocks and nothing on my opponents on this team. Are you gonna Z Parting Shot? What's the game plan here? Do you have Play Rough? Does it learn Play Rough? I feel like it learns Play Rough. No, he just Parting Shots. Cool. I'm going to Rapid Spin then. Even if Lantern ends up going for Heal Bell, I don't really care about that either. I believe I'll be able to beat this Lantern provided I don't get burnt. Of course I will get burnt. I should actually... It could have Toxic too. Maybe I shouldn't let Jellicent get Poison. Like, things are looking good for my Mesprit still. But Girder is still a problem. I'm going to Drain Punch. I don't want him Toxicking on a potential Jellicent switch. Exactly. I don't like that at all. I can make the Jellicent play now. I'll just keep Drain Punching. Like, I don't care. Toxic Protect. What is this? Scald Volt Switch? Maybe he doesn't have Heal Bell then, if that's the case. I could see him going Mesprit, I suppose, too, but that always gives me a Jellicent as a switch in anyway. And weakening this to the range of everything, Kangaskhan and whatnot, worth it as well. Again, that Girder is something I'm very scared about, though. What are we doing here? Why are we going to this Pokemon? Just to keep parting shotting, okay. Just making sure. Like, I don't switch in on Foul Play, so I'm not going to try and switch in on Foul Play. So Mesprit comes out. Easy Jellicent for me. If he does manage to get up rocks, it's fine. I could spin on Lantern if need be. Every bit of damage is going to matter. This has Healing Wish, and that Persian could be Z Parting Shot. Ooh, nice U-turn. So where it gets a little bit bad in terms of like dealing with this Pokemon, but he's going to knock off here, so I'm okay. Yeah, he's gonna knock. I want to chip at Girder a little bit, so I'm actually gonna go for Mach Punch before his own Mach Punch. Exactly. All right, nice. So he should die to Psychic. We're gonna get in Mesprit here, and we're actually gonna go for Sub. I don't think he'd sack Girder. If he goes alone in Persian, that's completely fine too. Oh, he's gonna Z Parting Shot into that Aggron, isn't he? I'm assuming Z Parting Shot also retains the same properties as that. It'll go through. But he actually ends up giving me Aggron. Beautiful. So he can't Healing Wish it back. Lovely. My Mesprit behind a Sub is still incredibly deadly just because of that T-Spike. And that was my initial win con. You guys know that. But just go for Calm Mind because he cannot break my Sub. I don't think Psyshock would have knocked him out at neutral. And unless his Persian has Taunt, I'm good. So Persian, unless it has an Eye of Papa Berry as well, it doesn't have recovery outside of Healing Wish. So we'll sub right here. We're going to continue to weaken his Persian with this. And I'll actually go for the Ice Beam. I think it's going to actually kill Persian with Poison, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very close. Very close to killing Persian with Poison. That's fine. My Kangaskhan does a lot less than my Mesprit in this game. Jellicent plus that can win, so I don't mind taking a Foul Play here. As he ends up going for Taunt. Beautiful, because I get off a Fake Out on something, and that gives me such a great position. And that gives me such an amazing position versus my opponent. We're going to bring out Jellicent now, just in case he wants the Healing Wish itself. I don't care if he goes Girder. Girder is going to hurt me, obviously. Lantern is not, because I do not have enough speed for Lantern, unfortunately. That's a little bit unfortunate there, but by me being able to taunt here, I KO Lantern. I don't care about Mesprit coming in. Mesprit either has a Psychic, it can't Trick, it can't Healing Wish. I'll just recover. Yeah, I'm going to recover first, just in case he opts to go for you Toxic here, right? Am I going to lose to... Look at him Kangaskhan, because I'd rather him Toxic Kangaskhan and not Jellicent. Because I don't want to lose to Girder because my opponent opts to Healing Wish it. Yeah, that's a free double edge for me. You protect, you die, you go Mesprit, you take a ton of damage. This is Adamant, Silk Scarf. Ooh, no more Healing Wish for my opponent at all. And that should be a 100% good game right there. I could just go right out to Jellicent too. I don't even gotta care. Go ahead and Toxic me, dude. I don't care. What are you gonna do? Scald now? You got to Girder, every bit of poison, and I win the game with Mesprit. So as I said, I did expect to win the game with Mesprit. I knew that's what I was going for. Obviously, missing initial Toxics really hurt, but that's game. That's 100% game. Good game, bro. Lovely. All right, so we were able to actually win, which is really nice. My opponent not revealing if there are. My opponent not revealing if they are Water Absorbed or obviously Volt Absorbed or Illuminate. Okay, or Illuminati, whatever you want to read that as. But yeah, we'll be right back with another battle. Alright guys, so we have another game, and now this is another game where I very much value T-Spike a lot. And I'm actually going to lead off with a Roselia and get them up. My opponent's Hazard Control is Rapid Spin Sand Slash, which Jellicent should be able to beat. We're going to just get up T-Spike here. Obviously, Auroras is a problem, and that's something they're going to lead off with, and probably get up rocks and whatnot. This looks really offensive. Apparently Aurora Veil is banned in this tier though, so I'm hoping that's right. Like, I'm hoping I did not read that wrong, but getting that T-Spike is going to go a long way for beating Girder, and you already know about beating Jellicent. I can see Subcom my Mesprit winning this game as well. So getting our Hitmonchan here. I'm just going to Drain Punch. I'm not even going to bother predicting the Jellicent coming in. Yeah. Like if I chipping away at Mesprit as well, getting some nice hail chip. Ooh, that is some damage. I actually did not do anything, but it's still definitely worth it. Now, as far as switching into Mesprit goes, or more so beating Scyther, because that's something that's a threat. Obviously, Mudsdale does beat Scyther. I feel like this is the part where I just go Jellicent myself, as I don't care as much about this, and my opponent's Scald switch-ins are really not so existent, I would say. Obviously, this is going to be key for spin blocking. And that looks to be a defensive Mesprit just based on the Drain Punch damage and the fact that it does have rocks. So every bit of damage on this Pokemon is going to matter. If I manage to burn it too, wow, that is a crazy, crazy pivot. Going hard Scyther on me. So I'm assuming you're just going to knock me off here. That's defensive Violet as well. Wow. Now I feel like I have to go for the rock side there, man. That was a crazy pivot. SD U-turn Roost knockoff, maybe? Absolutely crazy pivot. But now as I get up rocks, I'm definitely going to be able to deal with Scyther. I live an Ice Beam from Mesprit as well. I don't know about Grass Knot, but I definitely live that as well. Get up my rocks for that Aurorus. Chipping away at everything is going to be really cool. And my Jellicent just comes in now, and I think he just beats everything. Provided I don't get, Spadef dropped or whatnot, but... maybe I'll Toxic Scyther. Obviously, I would rather burn it. Now, Jellicent can actually be very offensive, so I'm going to pay attention to see if I see some leftovers right there. We do not. So we could see a Shadow Ball coming out. Shadow Ball makes a lot more sense than, I think, a Water Spout. So I'm going to be really aggressive here and go Kangaskhan. As they go for Ice Beam. That is specs as hell. That is specs. But I am taking my damage right now with this double edge. If they go Mesprit, I kill it, basically. So that's the reason why I made that play. Woo! Go ahead and give me that Mesprit. Oh, that's fine. That is fine, sir. I'm definitely faster than you, too. That's way too defensive to take that. So go ahead and give me Mesprit. Beautiful. Offensive Jellicent is dealt with. Sand Slash, obviously, is one of the bigger threats, but it has to have, like, SD knockoff as well to do a little bit of damage to me. And I could see myself just going Jellicent and not caring as well about this Pokemon. Who has Aerial Ace. Cool. Just gonna Toxic on this thing. I would have thought about burning it, but the fact that it's Aerial Ace and not, Bug Bite is pretty cool. And I think that I'm gonna be able to beat this 1v1 as well. In fact, my opponent is going to eventually. They are going to eventually have to go Girder. I don't care about the Mesting at all because I have Fake on the back and I can always sack my Roselia as well, which is really useless. Now, +4 is not going to kill. I'm just going to click recover one more time. +4 is not going to kill me, as you can see. And once Scyther is gone, there goes their answer to half my team, really. I think at this point I just sack Mudsdale. I don't think Mudsdale beats anything, whereas Roselia might be able to live a Mach Punch or anything, but yep. There goes Scyther. There goes Scyther, goodbye. Big fan of Hitmonchan here. Really big fan of Hitmonchan because I feel like it says don't go Aurorus. Don't go... Yeah, I feel like it really does say don't go Aurorus. So, or at least don't stay in with Aurorus. Now, I could be wrong, and they probably don't have to go Jellicent if they want to, but I'm just going to click Drain Punch one more time. I'm not going to bother predicting the Jellicent. Jellicent's going to be coming in, taking Rocks, taking Hail, and it has very limited switch-ins. I'm more concerned about making sure I don't lose to Girder because obviously I'm giving it Guts. I guess this is the part where I just sack Roselia because it does nothing. So go for another Ice Beam here. That's like, it's Specs or Scarf, right? Kangaskhan. Where's PU Wallbreaker? There you go. That's 100% Specs. Beautiful. I get in you, I just click Earthquake. Get rid of Jellicent. Lovely. I definitely want my T-Spike up for that Sand Slash. And I'm going to Earthquake again. Like, I don't care. I don't... And then again, T-Spike for like Girder, excuse me. I don't think if I'm my opponent, I go for Rapid Spin here, considering what I have in the back. Yeah, I think you just go for Earthquake, trying to catch my Mon, and then I can just go Hitmonchan and just click Mach Punch repeatedly. Mach Punch deals with you. Girder obviously comes out. If I'm my opponent, I go for Knockoff, considering what I have in the back, so I'm just going to Drain Punch here and get off a little bit of damage off on you. Yeah, obviously, if I deal with Girder, I mean, Jellicent beats his team, so... Then again, Mesprit actually does nothing, and it gives him no recovery back, so I'll keep the Mach Punch alive. Nice double. Ooh, okay, I see you, sir. Nice double hit, but does that even matter? Don't I just win the game with with Mach Punch spam? Pretty sure I go Hitmonchan and click Mach Punch 3 times and win. Did 11% last time, so yep, there's one. 4 times effective on Auroras and 4 times effective on the Sandslash. And Sandslash can't both take Mach Punch and knock me out at the same time. So that should be game. That should be, Jellicent was MVP in this game for sure though. But yeah, Sandslash basically needs to SD in order to break through Jellicent, and it's not, first off, I doubt it's going to even take this Mach Punch at all. Yeah, good game, dude. That was a great double knockoff by my opponent, but I mean, I recognized that my Mesprit was something that I wanted to win initially with, but when they gave me so much damage on Girder, like basically had I lost Hitmonchan in that trade, I would have broken through them with Jellicent plus Mesprit. Wouldn't probably have been as clean, but we go with that. Pause until we find another battle. Bear it back. I've never seen a matchup where Roselia is worse. Like, bro, double poison, double ice. Like, what's going on here, man? What's going on here? Anyway, at least my Roselia does absorb my opponent's T-Spike if they want to end up going that route. I'm pretty weak to Frostlass, but otherwise, once I beat Frostlass, Hitmonchan kind of beats everything besides Quillfish. Isn't Frostlass like S tier in this rank too? Well, what does it do? Is it going to Ice Beam and or is it going to set up hazards? I feel like I go the... hello. I feel like I go the Kangaskhan route and just like fake out and try and break through my opponent. They have a spinner as well. Regular spikes would be really good here. And if this is offensive, Quillfish, it's not. Okay, cool. Fake out does 11%. How much does that mean? It's Rocky Helmet. Is there no Intimidate on this? Is that actually Intimidate? Wow, that is a lot. So it's obviously Impish. No, what am I doing wrong? Fake out did 11. Why am I not getting the -1? Why is Intimidate not activating? Oh, yeah, what? Oh, I have to click on it? Wow, that is very annoying. Alright, that's fine. I'm not gonna get up T-Spike versus me. I don't want to be scalded though. I'll go Jellicent. They don't typically run like Toxic as their moves. I don't care about T-Spike, like I said. And look at their Scald switchers. They don't like this move at all. This is not a good Scald switching, and having Roselia in the back, I don't care as much about T-Spike. So this is going to be my way of breaking through them. Ideally, I am just going to burn every Pokemon my opponent has. Starting with you. And we go out into Roselia, just so nothing else has to get poisoned real quick. I can see a knockoff happening. Giga Drain, alright, that's fine. I'd rather chip away at you as well, because I shouldn't die to Flamethrower at all, and I should be faster too. Every bit of damage on Electros is going to be nice, because that's one of their main switch-ins to Jellicent, besides, I guess, Skuntank. I mean, like, offensively, both Liepard and whatever can do it, but... Ooh, nice play, nice play. So, I think Hitmonchan is going to help me beat Skuntank. I want to take the offensive and go Mudsdale here, because it does give me Rocks versus Sandslash, and also lets me threaten him, and I do like Rocks for my opponent's team. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What if they taunt me here? That's very aggressive, but I do like Rocks. Like that's a spinner. They do have a defogger here, obviously, but I feel like when they have hazards and whatnot, it doesn't matter. Like they're not going to go for that, so lovely. I'm actually going to be checking. Lovely. Bro, you know a movie I watched last night? That's why I'm saying lovely. I watched that one with The Rock and some wrestling and something. I forgot what it was called, but some girl with WWE WWE, and like I don't know. That's why I heard Lovely, so I guess I just picked it up. My bad. Yeah, Roselia is still gonna be my pivot to this thing always. Very nice play on their part, going for that knock. Now we can pivot into Hitmonchan after. Basically, I didn't want Hitmonchan being knocked. Well, I guess Hitmonchan's knock doesn't really matter. Oh, they Volt Switch. Okay, so do they not have Flamethrower, or are they running Thunderbolt? At least Hitmonchan says, do not go out into Sand Slash. It also doesn't let them get into anything, really. And with Rocks Up and Burn, I think Electros is 2-hit KO'd by a lot of my team at this point. So, on Quillfish, as I said, I always go Jellicent. Sick. Just Scald, spam. Trying to burn my opponent, anything like that helps. Between Jellicent plus Hitmonchan, I should have Skuntank checked. Plus, I do have Fake Out support in the back. I want to get rid of this Rocky Helmet Mon, so it's a little bit of a slower paced game, I feel, but it's going to start speeding up soon. I really guess they're not Flamethrower on Electros. Roselia is only useful for this Pokemon, so I definitely value every bit of Scald chip they're giving me on this thing. And like it's only useful to pivot into this and then pivot into Eel once. I'll actually live a Flamethrower at the range I'm at too. Sand Slash comes out, and I can only guess that it wants to Toxic me. Do you run more speed than me, sir? I guess you do. A little bit unfortunate here. So if I'm my opponent, I go out into Eel now, or I knock. Either way, Roselia seems to be the best play. I don't see Mesprit. Like, Mesprit's always going to be the most expendable member, I feel, in this game. Yeah, they go back out to the Eel. But this means that they do not gain recovery by going for Giga Drain or anything like that either. Quillfish is super low, so Fake Out plus Earthquake should be able to deal with you. I kind of think I like the idea of breaking through you. I don't think Flamethrower is going to do anything to me. It did a lot more than what I thought, I'll be real there, but it's fine. Sludge Bomb's going to knock you out now because Giga Drain did 17. So no more pivots into that. Obviously, my opponent can Pursuit Trap me if they want to. But I don't think at this point the T-Spike is going to be as threatening. Maybe I could have been wrong, and maybe I could have positioned that a little bit better. But I do... Yeah, maybe I could have been a little bit better with that. That's also we can be available today. I'll check that out in a second. Alright, they don't knock me, which is great because now Earthquake is free. They end up going for Dark Pulse. Wow. It's Life Orb though, and I'm going to pick up a Pokemon. No, something is going to be taken. So give me a Pokemon. Quillfish should hopefully still die, even if it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be able to come in anymore on rocks or anything. And the fact that they can't get up T-Spike is really good. So Life Orb, Liepard is super threatening. Had they chosen to Nasty Plot there, it would not have knocked me out, but still a threat. Nonetheless, having my stamina boost is really cool. I do end up knocking out Quillfish, so we don't have to worry about T-Spike, which makes Roselia the most expendable member at the moment. Not sure why you came out. Jellicent's only here for this. It literally loses to everything else. Can't even freeze. Oh, he did freeze me, but like that doesn't matter because I have Scald. Hopefully he forgets about that and goes hard into one of his dark types, allowing me to break through them. Frostlass is the only thing scaring me, but I do have Fake Out from my scrappy Kangaskhan. I think I might have called it Mega Kangaskhan once or twice. I feel like I did. But, yep, hard Skuntank, beautiful. We get some nice bit of damage off on this Skuntank. No burn, but I'm thinking this is Z Skuntank. So, I'm gonna, ooh, nice Pursuit. Did nothing. I actually always come in on Sand Slash. And, I mean, T-Spike. I guess if I beat this, I could have T-Spiked. But this Mon was also slower than everything. I'll just randomly click T-Spike here. What if he just Sucker Punches? Alright, well, once again, go ahead and give me my KO. The fact that they have Poison Jab and Pursuit leads me to believe that they are not running the Z Dark Pulse. Maybe it's a Z Frost Blast. I don't know. But this should give me a KO right now with Mudsdale. Boost my defense as well. Beautiful. Still don't think my Mesprit does anything, but it can live one hit from Frostlass if need be. And do a little damage from there. I'll just Earthquake, that way they can't boost. Oh man, no, you should have Ice Beam. But then again, they probably expected me to go out into Jellicent, and at that point, I should win the game. They're gonna Ice Beam here, obviously. Oh, they double Shadow Ball. Nice, nice. Look at my defense, man. Hey, no, not my speed def. I wonder if I take Ice Punch from I definitely take Ice Punch from a burnt Sand Slash at this point too. I just keep Earthquaking now. I shouldn't be able to lose. They can't Nasty Plot in my face. They get a Dark Pulse here. And I basically go Kangaskhan. Oh, I don't even have to go Kangaskhan. What am I talking about? I go Hitmonchan, I click Mach Punch twice, and I win the game. That should be, yeah, that should be it. Big boy. Come on out. That's my boy. Hitmonchan. That's Ippo right here, bro. I gotta reply to Pokemon. I got playing for the WBE today. Okay. I'll play him after I eat. I'll reply to him later. Good game, dude. Nice. Alright, so got a nice little game off of that one as well. I feel like we got time for another. What time are we at? Yeah, we definitely got time for one more. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. So once again, we are playing Stefla. Now, SD, Aerial Lace, U-Turn, Scyther, Bulk Up Girder, Specs Jellicent. I think it was Specs Auroras too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about the Sand Slash, probably Z. And I don't remember what the Mesprit was. It was Rocks Defensive, if I'm not mistaken either. So this is going to be interesting, for sure. I'm going to make some aggressive plays immediately. We're going to lead off a Hitmonchan, which breaks through Auroras, because last time they let Auroras. And from there, I can go out into... Basically, I want 2-Spike in this game again, but I want to guarantee I get it up, you know what I mean? So, by leading Hitmonchan, the only leads that deal with Hitmonchan are Jellicent, Scyther, and Mesprit. Mesprit gives me Mudsdale's Rocks, which are going to be key for you. They will not be able to spin versus me because I already know how good my Jellicent is in this game. In fact, Jellicent's going to make them play a specific way. If we had any hint from the last game, Jellicent will make them play a certain way. So, they end up leading off with that Jellicent. As I lead off with Hitmonchan, this is the Roselia play of my life. I have this and Jellicent as well. They click Water Spout. Absolutely nothing. There's my T-Spike of the day. T-Spike is up. T-Spike is here. T-Spike is now. And I don't care about a Lowland Sand Slash at all, unless you're like SD Knockoff. So, unless they change themselves to SD Knockoff. Sub. No, they're like Constant to Crush, aren't they? Yeah, they're like Sub Constant to Crush. Excuse me, Sub Groundium Z. That's what I'd be if I'm them, so. Go ahead and do your thing, buddy. Maybe I messed up here by going out to this Pokemon. Let me Calm Mind, that way I can actually break through them as well. That's completely fine as long as I break through them now. Obviously, I'm opening up that door for Girder, but I didn't expect them to try an SD in the face of a Jellicent when I'm supposed to beat you, technically. So, good that this is 24, that's fine. As long as they didn't get their sub up. I'm going to be able to go out into my Kangaskhan here. We're going to fake out first because they're more than likely going to go, I was going to say Mesprit or that, but that works. That gives me an easy Mudsdale now, and that will give me Rocks to chip away at that. Obviously, I'm a little bit, if they do U-turn immediately, great play. Yup. So now they're going to get in their Auroras and probably go for Freeze Dry. That's something I can see them bringing out right now, but every bit of hail damage on that is going to be nice. So this is where they go for Freeze Dry. Have to go Hitmonchan, unfortunately, but that gives them, they're in a control now. Them going for SD and me scouting for Z-moves. They are 100% in control now. Just gonna Ice Punch here because it hits Mesprit for a little bit. And they will be able to get up Rocks versus me. Roselia is only there for Jellicent itself. So we'll get up our Rocks here ourselves. Ideally, you know, keeping Scyther at bay and whatnot. I guess it could be Icium on the Sand Slash too. Ice Beam is definitely something I see them going for, especially when they went for it last time. But I could also see a Shadow Ball coming through as well. This turn is going to be pretty tough for me. I don't want them Water Spouting. The fact that I have Roselia and that. I can't risk my Jellicent. What's the play I make here that doesn't risk the most? And I also have to make sure I can beat Girder in the back because that's actually looking very scary dealing with Girder. I love Mudsdale because it will beat Scyther, Rock Slide, and Earthquake is... Like, they don't switch in very well to that besides Mesprit. I think I make the Kangaskhan play. If they Water Spout, great play. They do Ice Beam immediately. Nice. So, That's free fake out chip on something. I could double edge immediately into them. Maybe that's the better play. Okay, cool. They went Mesprit. Yeah, so this was definitely the better play. Getting rid of Mesprit here. Let's get rid of this Mon. So now they have no Edgequake switching. Obviously, Scyther is a little annoying too, but I always go Mudsdale. And I still have a Shadow Ball immunity in Kangaskhan. So I'm going to Toxic first, because them going for Roost doesn't really matter. They actually end up sacking. Ooh, they end up sacking their Scyther. They're definitely not going to get that back. That's for sure. Oh, I love Mach Punch as well in this game too. I could see them Ice Beaming one more time. We're going to make the Roselia play though, just in case they go for a Hydro Pump or something. They do go for an Ice Beam. I can save Roselia as a sack. Get in my Mon. They're going to be able to get in their Aurorus here. Actually, Aurorus is not a play. I scald. Like, if they go Aurorus, they die. Yeah, they sack Scyther. That's fine. I wanted that sack as well. Aurorus loses to a lot. Aurorus gives me a free Earthquake, is what I'm trying to say. So, I can sack you. I can sack you. I get in Kangaskhan, and this is like I attack where they can't defend, right? Like I Earthquake here, that'll kill Aurorus. It doesn't allow Sand Slash to come in either. I guess it could allow Girder in. I don't live rocks either. Ooh, this Girder is a threat, man. I don't want that Jellicent Shadow Ball to be... Like, I have Mach Punch for these two. Jellicent Shadow Ball should not be able to beat me. Hitmonchan wins this game. We're going to get a little bit of chip off with Sucker Punch before they Mach Punch me. Yeah. Yeah, that's very important. And I should be able to go Mudsdale now and get a KO with Earthquake. Because my Mach Punch is how I'm winning this game. My Mach Punch should be how I win this game. So Earthquake picks up a KO. They're probably going to sack Aurorus if they want to try and keep Girder around. Because the second Jellicent comes in on Poison plus Hail, it dies. Because you get to take the Rocks, which is 12. You take the Poison, you take the Hail, another 12, and you take the 6. So I don't mind them going for that Drain Punch on me. Because I'll be able to take the next hit. And as long as I have Girder dead, I should win. That's what I'm going off of now. Because I'll definitely eat the next hit. Wow. I did not eat the next hit at all. It's fine. Get out Hitmonchan. I click my Mach Punch, which we already know does 10%. They can't switch into anything without it dying. They go Jellicent. And I think I just Mach Punch sweep them. Pretty positive I eat this hit. Then I should be able to Mach Punch sweep them, yeah. And I'm faster as well. Yeah, so Hitmonchan just wins the game there by clicking Mach Punch. And that is going to be... I did not expect to be faster than them. I guess they are modest Jellicent. And I was at 220 speed. Great. So what would have happened was I lived the Spec Shadow Ball 100%. Well, that's not a crit, I'm assuming. I know I live Spec Shadow Ball, though. I'm a... Like, yeah. Shadow Ball does 33 to 39. I was at 46%. So I lived that outside of crit. And then I just Mach Punched twice. And basically, Aurora should not have been able to kill Jellicent. Like, even if I... Let's say... If I live that, I knock them out. If they get the 39% roll, nah, they can't even. If they get the 39% roll, they can't even switch with Hail like to kill me, right? So let's say they get the highest roll possible. I'm still like 1 HP outside of Hail range. So if they go Aurorus into Sand Slash to sack it to then try and win, to then like make me go down and try and beat me with a fast Aurorus to freeze dry my Jellicent. I'm pretty sure Jellicent also still lived because that's specs, right? Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I should have lived Hail on a turn. Let me check. Let's just count that real quick. Ooh, okay. Wow, that has a chance to KO me at the range I'm at. Actually, that would have KO'd me, but luckily, as I mentioned, like even if they got absolute max, actually I'm at 45, huh? 45, 39. If they did get absolute max and they went Aurorus, no, they couldn't, because Aurorus only has one switching on Stealth Rock left before it dies. I'm like making situations where I'll lose, but I don't think I could. So the only thing that could throw me off there was if they were faster and they got a crit, right? That's it. And it turns out they weren't faster. and obviously they did not get a crit there. So I do hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of the Road to Top 10 in the PU tier. As always, let me know suggestions that you guys want to see down below. You can leave teams that you want me to use on my Smogon profile. My Smogon profile name is AIM. You can find it. You literally Google AIM Smogon, and it is the first thing you find. That's the best place to leave suggestions. Also, if you guys want, you should look through some of those teams that people post on my profile, because that's a lot of the places where I'm actually going to be getting these teams. So if you see a Pokemon you like there, name it, and I'm more than likely going to give it a chance. But of course, if you guys did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help my channel out. I think that Hitmonchan put in a ton of work this episode. I think it does deserve the thumbnail. But low-key, Roselia also deserved the thumbnail. Y'all saw how much that T-Spike did. It would never had an offensive presence in any of the games, but that T-Spike went a long way. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. We are number nothing on the ladder. We're 1253 again, so 10-1. I'll see you guys. Goodbye, my friends.